Hey guys, I'm back with another video. Too many videos, too quickly. I realized the last video was a bit of a bore, wasn't it? I'm not used to making review videos. It's not really my style. I just enjoy driving cars and I just talk. And that's me. Making a review video about a car is... There are plenty of people online who do a much better job at making car review videos. It's their job, it's their profession, and they're good at it. Me, on the other hand, this is just a hobby. Anyway, so I have to drive this car in sport mode all the time because it doesn't have enough power. I think I might have guessed the engine wrong. I'm going to ask them when I return the car. It's day 3 of having it and there's not enough power. This should be a Turbo S or something. It's just a Macan or Macan S, I don't know. Because with the new rear they don't have the badges and sometimes they debadge them, so it's really impossible to tell. The engine has nothing written on it, so I couldn't tell either. But I have to drive it in sport mode and I have to switch the suspension to Sport Plus, because if you just drive it in normal comfort mode it's like a bouncy castle, and because I'm used to driving the 911 and the Aston, which are really stable, going around bends and corners doesn't feel safe in this car without the suspension in the toughest mode, and even then it's quite soft, so it doesn't really bother me, but I think in comfort mode it's a bouncy castle. Throughout December and January I made quite a few little videos and clips, and I started making videos but they never actually ended up having a theme or anything, so I just didn't really bother publishing them. What I'll do is I'll go through those videos and I will put, I don't know, little captions or break them down so you can see what I've been up to over the last few months when I didn't make videos, because I was out and about doing my usual stuff and also filming, but I didn't feel so inspired to make videos for some reason. So it's usually, the way it usually started was I would film something and then it wouldn't turn out to be that good, or there wasn't a theme or a story to tell, so I would just give up. But there are quite a few little clips which are interesting, so I'll share them with you. Now about this car, this one thing that really is very strange, it's a petrol engine, but when you rev it in low revs and when you're not playing music, it sounds a bit like diesel on the outside. The first time when I got it, I wasn't sure if it was petrol. I had to literally look at the rev counter, and then even then I wasn't sure, and then I opened the fuel tank lid to see what fuel it was. It's petrol, but it could be that it is an entry-level weak engine, and therefore when you put your foot down it screams and as a result sounds like a diesel engine, because it might be a very small engine, who knows. After 3 days with the Macan, I'm back in my lovely baby again. It is a beautiful, amazing car. I always appreciate it when I haven't had it for a little while. That's also why I take turns. So I drive the Aston for a week and then I drive this for a week, so I don't get bored of one car and I don't forget to appreciate what I have. So anyhow, someone commented on my previous video about the Macan saying that it was probably the wrong engine to what I thought it was, and yes, whoever it was, you were right, because when I returned the car I asked what engine it was and they told me that it was a 2-litre petrol and 200 and something horsepower. That's why it was really sluggish, and I had to drive it in sport mode all the time. So I think the 3-litre engine would probably be more appropriate and would feel more powerful rather than having a 2-litre. The other thing that I want to highlight is the EU regulations about fuel consumption and the emissions and all that. It is a little bit of a facade, a lot of BS. So they've made Porsche and other manufacturers change the way they produce engines and the cars, so that 2-litre engine, which is supposed to be more efficient, is not really, because for the 3 days that I had, I was looking at miles per gallon and it was doing 14 at best miles to a gallon. Now this 911 is a 3.8 litre naturally aspirated engine, and I have a very heavy right foot. Right now I've been driving for an hour and I've done 12 miles, so traffic and all that, 17.9, almost 18 miles to a gallon. So this car, a 3.8 litre 6-cylinder non-turbo, is better on fuel than the 2-litre twin turbo. Just goes to show that all of this is just political bullshit. There is no need for all of this, and besides, as I keep saying, it doesn't matter what we do. 3 countries on this planet which have the highest population, India, China and the US, if they don't change the way they tackle pollution and the environment, we're all dead. We share the same atmosphere, we share the same resources, water, all of that. So it's pointless. In the past, when Great Britain used to have an empire, there was this concept of, well, we have to lead by example, because we were the rulers of the world and we had to set an example for others to follow. Therefore, we did so many things that didn't really apply to us directly, but it was a good example for the rest of the world to lead them. Now we don't have an empire, we don't need to prove anything, and we don't need to set examples. So I don't know why we're bending over backwards and destroying our day-to-day lives to be the leaders in this environmental change. I'll make a full video about this because it really annoys me that the government has zero interest, not just in England, in the whole of the EU. There's no government that has interest in really tackling the pollution or the issue with the environment. They're just providing everyone with lip service. They're doing little things that make it seem like they're really on top of it when they're not. I will give you specific examples of how that could change and how this could be fixed without creating any massive issues for everyday people, without adding taxes. So at the moment all they're doing is increasing taxes because it's another revenue stream for the government and for all the EU MEPs who earn a lot of money, and they can all basically appear to be doing something. Another video to come on that. A very useful video. I hope they'll make me responsible for the global pollution, environment things after that, because it will be a breakthrough. Anyway, thanks for watching. As always, I have to love you and leave you because I'm in the 911.